Greetings all! Today, we will be examining the uncommon water psychic type Pokemon Bruxish, the Gnash Teeth Pokemon. Though they might look incredibly gaudy to some and a major turnoff as a result, Bruxish are surprisingly nasty creatures that can more than use their psychic powers to make themselves a nuisance in a fight. Bruxish have a typical form for a ray-finned fish with small fins and a larger tail fin, complete with a dorsal fin that lines the lower part of their back. They have a large protuberance on the front of their head with a purple projection at the end, which they use to send out psychic pulses of energy for a number of purposes. Their mouth is fairly large and lined with hard, razor-sharp teeth and are definitely not something to get near. Their entire body is also covered in a crazy-looking pattern of blue, yellow, pink, and purple scales that complement their pink and blue eyes and give them a dazzling appearance that makes them very hard to miss. Bruxish are closely related to triggerfish and match their overall anatomy fairly well, though they are distinct in that they are the only fish Pokemon that are known to be so prolific in their use of Psychic-type power that they are technically classified as partial Psychic types, and are nasty customers to have to deal with as a result. These creatures mainly act as ambush predators and use a special protuberance on flesh on their head as a way of detecting and consuming others. Bruxish will bury their entire body under the bottom of the ocean floor with their teeth, minus this protuberance, to hide themselves as they wait for prey to approach. This structure actually acts as the house for their extrasensory organs, and they use it in a number of ways, but the most important is as a radar system when hunting. These creatures release pulses of psychic energy from this structure as they lie in wait, and these pulses are light enough that they do not deal any actual damage, but are concentrated enough that they effectively bounce off of their surroundings and come back to them like a psychic version of echolocation, allowing them to sense whenever something is approaching them from above. When something does approach them, these creatures will then release a concentrated burst of psychic energy from the structure in order to stun the prey and then leap up from their hideaway, attacking and devouring their prey in short order. These fish are smart enough to only go for prey items that they can tell are small enough for them to attack and eat with little effort, only getting involved with larger creatures if absolutely necessary to protect themselves. Thankfully, these creatures do have something going for them in that regard, as their gaudy coloration actually helps them a great deal in avoiding the attacks of larger predators. The strange body coloration of these creatures is intentional as something known as dazzle camouflage, which uses this odd assortment of colors and patterns on their body to make it difficult for others to tell the general size, movement speed, and direction of movement, effectively stunning others into confusion. This is what gives rise to their signature dazzling ability, which can stun others so much that it distracts them and prevents them from using increased priority moves against Bruxish. Their powerful jaws can equally give them access to the strong jaw ability as a base ability though, and those that are made especially difficult to hit indirectly with status moves can also have Wonder Skin as a hidden ability. As far as their stats go, when it comes to Bruxish, while they are not incredibly weak, they are a bit lackluster in terms of their overall offensive might and are lower on the food chain as a result. On the one hand, though their bodies are surprisingly tough and their scales very hard, these creatures have weaker defenses than other Pokemon of their type due to their status as fish, and their special powers and stamina are not as great as they could be, so most of their base stats are below average for fully evolved water and psychic type Pokemon. The only exceptions to this are their base attack and speed stats, which are above average for fully evolved Pokemon of both of their types, and showcase their nimble forms and the powerful physical strikes they are capable of. As such, while they might not be among the toughest of fish Pokemon, these creatures can more than take a bite out of anything that gets in their way and make themselves into a threat if given the chance. However, it is not just their hunting strategies that need to be feared, as the most prominent weapon the arsenals of these fish have are their incredibly robust and sharp teeth. These creatures' teeth are so large that their jaws actually jut outwards from their skull and leave their teeth exposed, but their jaws are made of thicker bones than the rest of their body and have elastic ligaments that allow them to use their teeth for some serious carnage. As these creatures get close to a prey item, one can often hear a powerful grinding noise coming from them. This is the amplified sound of their teeth gnashing together. As well they are sharp, these teeth are made more for using their fine points to skewer and grind others into a paste that they can then digest. Their powerful teeth are strong enough to grind up even the shells of Shelter and can crush the spines of Marini into dust, the latter of which is especially noteworthy as their thick scales make them impervious to attack from these echinoderms. It is currently not understood exactly why they gnash their teeth together when near a prey, as one might think that this would scare them off, but it is possible that the sudden loud sound may help to stun their prey even further to make them even easier to catch after they are disoriented with psychic energy. This allows these creatures to learn some fairly powerful biting attacks naturally, and are in fact the only Pokemon known to be able to exude their psychic power through their mouth in order to deliver their signature attack, the Psychic Fangs attack, which is the most powerful biting attack recognized among Pokemon, and is not only a terrific physical attack, but because of the psychic energy used in the attack, it is able to dispel the psychic energy used to create energy barriers and can thus break through defensive walls put up by moves like Reflect and Light Screen, making it so no Pokemon can use these sorts of barriers to protect themselves from being chewed into a pulp of soft and hard parts by these menacing fish, overall making them perfect for scaring away larger predators and helping to keep their aquatic environments clear of any serious monstrous threats that they might come across. Though they might look incredibly awkward and can be seen as both beautiful and ugly at the same time, Bruxish are powerful fish that can definitely make an impact in a fight in the right cases. You might be best staying far away from their mouths, but as long as you can point them in the direction of an opponent in time, that power can easily be used to crunch through the defenses of others in close quarters. Just make sure not to get too distracted by their appearance if you come across one in the wild. These fish normally do not bother trying to attack humans, but get too close to them and you might find yourself in the hospital in a short amount of time if they decide to turn aggressive and render a part of you into mushed pulp and in no condition to ever be used properly again. Thank you all for watching this video. It is always an honor to be able to speak with you all on the subject of Pokemon in a way that brings me great joy and happiness in my work. If you would like to keep tabs on past and future work, click that subscribe button, check out my work on DeviantArt, and don't be shy about following me on Twitter, where you can find pertinent announcements on upcoming work before it is officially posted. Links to both can be found in the video description. If you would like to support my work and help Miguel and I continue to produce more content for you and improve upon our presentation, please visit us at my Patreon page, which you can also find a link to in the video description.
Yeah, no.
With that, I thank you for watching and I wish you well.